Today I'm going to do some washing. I've got a beautiful blanket here, which is from a second-hand shop, and it smells disgusting. It smells of conditioner, fabric conditioner, and not a nice like EcoVer type stuff product. It's more like high street chemical toxic. It's disgusting. It's been outside for the last 3 days because airing does get rid of much from those things, but it hasn't worked. So from the smell that's remaining, I can smell people's favorite conditioner to Sotol to make it soft. What it does is it puts an oily smell to it, and it's disgusting. To me, that's just toxic, but each to their own, as they say. So I'm going to first wash it with shampoo. I'm guessing in cold water. Shampoo is going to be possibly harmless, and it's not going to mat it anymore, because as well as putting it with conditioner, they've put it in a machine and it shrunk. Then they've got rid of it because they can't cope with having spoiled it, I guess. So I'm putting a bit of that. I don't dare putting washing liquid in case, washing up liquid in case that does mat it. I don't actually know about wool, but if it's suitable for the hair, I would think it's suitable for blankets and wool. So I'm going to hopefully remove some of this very oily fabric conditioner. I need the big gloves for this. They're excellent. Thank you to my subscriber who gave me those big gloves, who paid for them. They're excellent. The gloves actions, can you? I'm supposing you would prefer to see the gloves than me, so I'll move this a bit down. Voilà. What I'm going to do after that is I'm going to put it in a bucket to soak with much vinegar after having rinsed it. And then after that I will wash my new dresses because they smell of shop. That's it. Hopefully that will dissolve some of that horrible stuff on it. There's even pencil mark or pen mark. Oh no, it's not. It's something else. It's such a beautiful blanket. It's such a shame I can't use it because of the smell. I touched it earlier with my fingers. The smell remained on my skin, and my finger skin went really dry, as if I touched proper detergent. So I don't know why people use those detergent. They're not detergents, they're conditioners. I don't know why they use them, they're disgusting. I can't say it enough how horrible it is. It doesn't smell as much. I might be lucky. I've lost the whatever you call it to block the sink. Oh, there it is. I'll put some hot water in this, more detergent. Actually, I don't need this one where I can use washing up liquid. That's a nice silky thing. I mustn't put it too hot. I must learn my lesson. This one doesn't smell too bad. That doesn't smell either. That one, you can see it now in the daylight. It's a beautiful purple, which you couldn't see in the light yesterday with those patterns. Strange patterns to put on a corsety type thing. That are not equal, are they? Sort of a bit, but they're quite random in some ways. A bit strange, never mind. So due to the beads, I can't wash that by machine. The machine would break the beads. So the glass beads are very, very fragile. That's it. Cleanse any negative energy from the person who has owned you before. Release any tension, any sadness, any anger into this water, so you do not give me any of your previous owners. Do you know, that feels really good to say this. I feel like I'm releasing myself. Like I'm authorizing myself not to take on what the other person has lived. To the garment, because energy stays. I should always do that, shouldn't I? I never do it. It's very rare I buy new clothes. Very rare, because they're so expensive. Which is why yesterday's great expense of £26.50 was very, very exciting. So there's a brown one. I'll do the green one last because it might have color come out. Not that it will matter on the brown. I also have to wash my white trousers because they smell of really horrid washing powder. Oh, that smells strong, that brown one. Sometimes we can smell the chemicals that are used in the fabrics to keep them stiff. They often use formaldehyde. Even though formaldehyde doesn't smell chemicals, it smells like a new smell from what I've heard. There's other smells, particularly when washing silk. Often I found it when I have bought fresh silk from rolls to make garments from. And they say never hand wash, always do it at the dry cleaners. Of course I never listen, I hand wash everything. If it can't be bloody washed, it's not bloody worth having, is it? I'm not going to go to dry cleaners to have chemicals put on and stuff. So to go back to it, I wash the fabrics. Usually it's wild silk I buy, and it's usually wild silk that has that smell. It smells like a petroleum product, like paint, a bit something acrid, strong, and it's not just the new smell from formaldehyde. But I guess it's got formaldehyde as well. Some fabrics are really not healthy, are they? We've got to think about what we put against our skins. It all goes in the lymphatic system. Just like bother. Cows eat it, goes in the milk. Simple. Just like everything they eat, parts of it goes in the milk. Not everything, obviously. Their bodies will detox some of that. Poor cows. I hope you, being a clever subscriber, will avoid dairy with Arla and bother in it. Marks and Spencer, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Aldi, Lidl. Apparently they're all in it. And Starbucks. Starbucks, it's normal, it's like McDonald's, any old rubbish that they can experiment on for humans, they will do it on them. Anything to make profit. Someone gives them a backhander like Bill Gates, imagine that. Of course they're going to do it. A few millions, you know. Pays for a couple of holidays somewhere in the Bahamas. A few villas. Who would say no, really? That'd be foolish too. Never mind if it kills a few humans, you know? No? Doesn't matter, does it? We're disposable as humans, aren't we? So I've done that one. It's not too bad now. I'm going to get that white trousers because the water is a little bit brown, but not very much. So that's not bad now. It smelled strong when I smelt it when it was wet. These are the nice white breeches which I'll amend to wear with my tall boots, which I hope Mr. P, despite all my messages, hasn't said if he's seen my video of 3 minutes. But hopefully I'll do a big one with it soon. Thank you, Mr. P, very much. No, I'm looking at my eyes. I've not got divergence, have I? Seems like I've got one going that way, one going that way. Is that an illusion? If I have, it is a homeopathic symptom because I didn't used to. No, I think it's just the angle. It's better than this, I suppose, but apparently doing this is quite healthy, but you mustn't do it for too long. I had a friend at school, she could move one eye back like that. So she would look at you here and move the other one over there. I can't do it. Apparently there's a therapy that works with eye movements. My aunt used to do it, and she used to look at the movement and say, you've got such and such health issue, if you can or not move your eye over there or whatever. She never properly explained it, and she never gave me a free session, so I don't know what it's about. My brother had a session with her, and he was all proud because she told him that his eyes were excellent. That's all very well, brother, yes. You're very well getting free sessions. Right, the green one now. It smells a little bit old. Ah, wasn't there one which was dirty? Oh no, it's the other one. The one that's in the machine now. I hope it is going to clean the dirt. It had stains. It's not dirt, it's just a stain. Could be that it's something that was spilled on it and she could never get it back to nice looking. Yeah, the green is good. It's a solid color. Surprising, often garments that solid color with strong, it always leaks in the water. I'm surprised other things haven't actually. So now we're going to rinse all this, except when I want it to come off. Ah, there, my lid doesn't come off. Come on, this one. Now this blanket, my dear blanket, still smells a little bit of something, but let's put it to melt in this. Let's fill that with water. So I put quite a lot of vinegar in it, several cups. Blanket, goodbye your old smell. Please cleanse everything. The people using you have lived negativity, trauma, tears, sadness, anger, everything that you keep hold of and have in your energy field. Please cleanse in this vinegar. Thank you. And in fact you can go in there too because you stink. Cleanse. Please cleanse. Let this soak for a while. And the others, rinse. Oh yes, there is smell in that water of that conditioner, in this blanket water there. So some of it is coming off, fortunately. I'm so pleased with this one. It's going to be gorgeous with a nice shirt. still smells a bit actually. It's a little sort of naphthalene smell, something chemical. I think I'll put that in with the vinegar as well actually. Come on, dear friends. That's not too bad. There's something, but no, that's good. No, and that's my hat, so that's new. It doesn't smell of anything. The beads might damage the silk. Oh, I tell you another thing, I have to wash my clothes. You and drain yourselves. There's my little white dress as well, which I forgot to put in the wash. In the white wash yesterday. Well, I didn't forget, I was going to wear it, so I couldn't put it in. It's not too bad, that one. It smells of recycled shop clothes. So, the coat you didn't see is this one. This amazing coat. Look at that. Oh, but it stinks of perfume. That's very nice. Oh no, not my gloves in there. So this has to wash, and this is wool, even though there's no mark on it. This is a coat from Debenhams, is it? Where did I see the sign? Oh, that's weird. I'm sure I saw a sign, a label thing somewhere. Yeah, no, BHS. I thought they had gone bankrupt, or maybe it's just in Hereford. So I suppose this is wool, because it doesn't catch my fingers when they are dry. And only chemical fabrics do that. Well, I think that's fine. So in this one, I'll put a bit of my favorite floor soap, because floor soap, as you know from my other videos, has this gorgeous linseed smell that I like so much. This is my favorite smell. And it will help the coat. Wash and cleanse. Oh, that smell is gorgeous. Actually, they've put a bit, they've changed the smell of that. They've put a bit of what seems to be lemongrass in it. There's a lemongrass or citronella. But it goes well with it. It doesn't hide too much the smell. was supposed to be a chicken coat, but it's actually too good to go and see chickens in. So I'm going to wear it as a normal coat, a good coat. This is how my mother taught me to wash the woolen clothes. Is you put soap on the collar and then scrub it, but you use laundry soap, not hand soap. Well, this is a both really, this is olive oil soap. It has both clothes and body. It's very good for stains, excellent in fact. And it doesn't contain many chemicals, unlike most high street shops soaps, which are full of bullshit, bad for health and bad for nature. This is just olive oil and some substrate is ash. I think you can make it with wood ash actually. I've never tried making soap, I would like to one day. So you do the collar like that, then you get the sleeves and do the sleeve ends. This is very heavy, wet, so it's definitely not synthetic. I know it's wool, it feels like it's nice, true fabric. No idea what BHS clothes cost, but I bet a coat like that would have been £120 or so. I paid £1 for it. I was so grateful yesterday, all these clothes for £1 each. It's wonderful, so wonderful. A man who was working there, short man, very slim, thin-bodied. He was wearing a jacket with flowers. It was velvet. It was one of these, is it 1970s looking ones, and he was wearing a waistcoat. It was sort of golden. Again, it looked like it was old. And then he had a shirt. The shirt was also amazing looking, very different. It was a pattern. It had a raven at the back, and he said it was from the 70s as well. An old-fashioned, not old-fashioned, old kind of thing. Amazing. I had to stop him and say, I'm amazed with your style. He said, oh, thank you. I got all this in this shop. And he said, it's the best shop in the world. Everything is £1. So it's wonderful for people who can't afford to dress well. And there's all sorts of clothes there. There are some very good makes. It's an end shop where one of the charity shops, once they can't sell some of the items, they send it to that shop where everything is £1. So it's bloody wonderful. So when I said I bankrupted myself yesterday, it is my Christmas money, but £26.50, and I got 2 bowls as well. So it really is wonderful because I can't afford to shop in charity shops. The prices have shot up. Like to buy a coat like that in a charity shop, it will be £25. I said I have no qualm at putting the prices up and charging extraordinary prices for a charity shop. You know, I know they've got a charity and managers to pay and all that, but they don't think about the purpose of a charity shop. It's for people who can't afford new clothes or good clothes and have to go to Peacocks or Primark, which make really not good quality, most of it, to allow them to afford something good. And there's things like dog blankets, which are very good. Dog towels. I've bought a nice white towel there for 50p. No, that was in another charity shop, but it's perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with it. It still has pile. Very nice towel. So we don't have to be extremely rich to dress well. I know today I'm not particularly glamorous. I've got layers on because it's snowing outside. Well, not snowing now, it's melting, but there's snow. Snow in the night. So I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. I could just come back with bagfuls of clothes, really. Just put them on for a fashion show and then send them back to another shop where they don't know that they were discarded and sold for £1. See, it's important to do the sleeves well because that's where the perfume will be. And are there any pockets? I don't remember. I think there might be some shallow ones where you can't get anything in because it will fall out. Yes, there they are. I put soap in there as well. In fact, I've got to wash my other coat as well, my very good everyday coat. Ah, that's this one. Maybe I could do that as well while I'm here hand washing everything. Ah, there's a snag there. Where's the other pocket, please? There it is. Now my other good coat, I've been using it to go to the chickens, and the chickens have jumped on the sleeves and now it's all dirty. Those naughty chickens, aren't they? Yeah, I can see now there are a few snags in this coat. You see that? But it's still... it's a great, great coat. Do you know, when I came from France and arrived in England and saw charity shops, I was really shocked because I thought, this is disgusting. People bring their old clothes and they're sold in there. And I thought at the time, it's really horrible to wear other people's clothes. And how I have changed. This is the only place I shop now because fresh clothes, new clothes are so expensive. And it's not all, they've got so many chemicals as well that washing them, eventually people get rid of some of the chemicals themselves at first. Then I've got to deal with the washing liquid and washing powders smells, which I really do not like. There, beautiful coat, there. Now, what about you lot? Are you drained? Yes, nearly? I'm going to put them outside to drain. So you go and drain next door. Maybe I'll rinse it a bit. Still smells of perfume there. not as bad. This is my good coat. Look at that, how dirty it is. It's disgusting. I actually went to the shop with it dirty the other day to post something for my friend, so it didn't matter, but I felt really ashamed going in the shop and it was dirty. It's not nice, is it? I won't do that again. I was very ashamed of myself. I thought that my mother would say, you can't let yourself be seen in public like this. This one will be doing its thing. This coat I've had for so long, I love it because it's feather and I've never found another one as good as this. I've looked on eBay for feather coats, but none had the fluffiness of this. They all are very tight, they look like Michelin Man type coats, but this one is more like a duvet coat. I love it so much. I've changed the buttons, but with the washes and using they've gone off. They're wooden buttons. It's a bit rubbish really. I'll have to change them for something else. So I've got to wash this very well. Oh, I forgot the other coat. There's another coat I bought that I've not shown you. That is in great need of the size 22 one. Needs a good wash because the color is definitely showing signs of needing to wash without being disgusting. Someone must have worn it and not washed it. Either that or they've died. There's a sketch of Little Britain. They go in charity shops, or one man goes in a charity shop and he asks the shop assistant whether anybody has died in this garment. So funny because it's so bizarre and you would never think of asking something like that, but some people obviously get off on that. And it's a bit weird really. Not just a bit weird, it's very weird, but it's good to see it as a sketch because then the human craziness is being shown. It's nice. So what's that? Oh, that stinks of perfume. No, don't go on my freshly cleaned coat that still stinks of perfume soap, please. This silly soap, isn't it? See, this one, I could put it in the machine, but it doesn't, oddly, it doesn't wash properly, probably because its fabric is waterproof, supposedly. It is, or it used to be. Yeah, it doesn't wash, so I have to wash it again by hand. Oh, the stink of that. How much perfume do people need to wear? Yuck. Your coat, you are relegated outside for the rest of the month. Unless I put it in with my blanket. Then they might give each other's ideas and start thinking together. There's a missing button as well. That I hadn't noticed. Oh, I need to do the pockets. This coat is wonderful. I don't know who made it. I've never thought of looking for the make, have I? Easy Comfort. Easy. Whatever Easy is a make of. My soap is getting a bit too thin. Oh, this is really good to do this washing. Except it's 3 o'clock and I've not had breakfast yet, only a piece of cheese. But I've had a good drink. I should have something else now. It's old, it's starting to show here. You know, I've had it since 2009. That's 15 years. And I've worn it every winter, and sometimes autumn and spring as well. What a great quality coat. The sort of coat I would like to see made today. Even though it's man-made fabric on the outside and the inside, it doesn't seem to create static. And it doesn't feel like sweaty like man-made fabric does. I bet you the label is not telling me what it is made from. Oh, it's still a bit there. What does it say? Lessive douce, lavable à machine, 30 degrés, delicate, do not something, well rinse. It's made from 100% polyester. Yeah, it's polyester everywhere. But it's got down, 90% down, 10% feathers. Interesting. Remove like a belt. Yes, there was a belt. I got rid of that. It was just a pain in the ass, a bloody belt. Polyester, hey? Well, no problem with the static on the hair on that one. Not like this jumper. That's proper polyester. And if I wash my hair, brush my hair rather, they go everywhere. The one underneath that is proper wool. Now this one has been in the vinegar. I can smell the washing powder. I couldn't tell you when it was dry. Yeah, not nice. But you. I think that was alright now. I rinse it. Right, you've had enough. I'm going to go and dry things outside.